positive synergy.
Okay, well, depends on which way you're looking at it. Anyway, back to you, Nomad.
Oh, okay. Blade form facet on the Juggernaut. Is this what we're expecting? I
Yeah,
feel like I haven't seen this one. Is this one you go for?
I'll be honest, mate. I did not remember which facet Ame took at TI.
I feel nothing.
So I've no to add to this.
Yeah, that's not my business either. So, either way, you know, more stuff when he's not taking damage. Very cool. Yeah, overall, we didn't talk too much about what the Navi draft kind of does well.
It's really good pickoff and just pressure once they have some items. They, of course, early on with a couple levels can bring Hoodwink and Disruptor to be very chaotic on the map. But outside of those two heroes being present, maybe the Invoker, the Shaker and Sven both want to be farming heroes in the side lane. As the game progresses, like I said, they are incredible at finding heroes, right? A Shaker, Slam, or a Disruptor Static Storm, Hoodwink with any of her pickoff potential, Sven, God Strength, like they have so much damage. But early on, it is really locked into the supports and Invoker, bringing life to the game. So for MOUZ, if you can stop those heroes from shining, Navi will always be kind of chasing their next item, waiting for a fight. And Celery is getting poked just a little bit in the mid lane.
A light peppering, but Yamich coming in for a little bit of counter-aggression here. And all Sunstrike comes down and just about catches Celery, but doesn't kill him off. So nobody dying as of yet. Yamich, I mean, he'd love to stick around for a Scatterblast, but it is 9 seconds. But either way, he's going to force Zayats to sit under this tower for a rather long time here. Let's see. 2, 1. Is he going to get it?
Oh.
No. Whoa! Well, he kind of waited a bit long there, and he got the health back. So a bit of an anticlimax there, but and Zayats missed the stun. Pretty close though. It looked like it should have landed.
Already putting chunks into each other. And Nico, he did go for the Galaron facet, which is the Exhort facet, which just means he's going to be a bit more scaling. Yeah, we'll see in 4 seconds if mid one does want to blink in.
Well, blink and a dagger. I can't just kind of YOLO for it here, but would he kill him first? Probably not. Yeah,
I mean, if Niku pre-cast a Sunstrike, mid one blinks in.
Yeah, he is 16. It's, you know, it's anything could happen. Never know what to expect from this guy. On the bottom lane, a little bit of harassment on PMA. Man, these guys are taking chunks out of each other. A lot of aggression in the early points of this game. Nobody going down as of yet, though. Who will be that first blood?
Okay, got confirmation. This is the facet everyone took at TI. Like, bar one lad. Excellent stuff. I mean, it is pretty good for farming, right?
I see the icons look almost the same, so that's
yeah,
where
they are both
coming from. They are just
no worries
circles with like some cool effects on them, but nevertheless. Up in the top lane, we got the Juice farming what he can against this MOUZ, and so far so good, really. Just trading in the early points here. Yamich being super annoying with this full bore on the Scatterblast. Do you expect Snapfire's second facet to be changed in the coming patch?
Coming patch. When is the... No, joking. Yeah, I think... I wish it does get changed, right? There was a period where Snapfire, of course, had like right-click capacity. That then got nerfed. So I feel like the facet is in the old version of Snap, and then she's moving away from it. So I think, yeah, changing it would be very, very nice. I just don't like it. It's quite redundant. Good pressure happening though on bot lane. PM8. He does have an 8 wand.
Crystal's being very aggressive here, and if he gets stunned on the tower, it's not going to feel that good for him, but has a healing ward coming through. Zayat's also being chased by Celery, who is going to be able to bring him down with the right click. So Zayat's will be a first blood. Celery going to claim that one. MOUZ on the board.
It's getting pressured left, right, and center, right? Crystallis is zoning out the Shaker. Celery zoning out the Hoodwink, but very, very good pressure. Of course, keeping both of them away. If the Shaker and the Hoodwink are together, right, they're going to have plenty of damage to you know, annoy Crystallis. So yeah, good job from Celery. Of course, Never Ward is a very good spell. You get that down before Hoodwink uses any spells, and you're going to be able to out-trade extremely well. No, so far the lanes are going very well, right?
Yeah,
Instantly,
very well for MOUZ. They're in a great position, and more damage coming out onto PMA, just running him down, constantly doing so much damage. And because of all this pressure, it means that the Hoodwink has not been able to run and make stacks. In fact, I think that might have been how Zayats was actually killed off, because Celery was just expecting him to head in that direction, cut him off, and of course will always outtrade a Hoodwink. Pugner is a terrifying hero this early on in the game.
CS denies MOUZ doing extremely well, all three of their cores. Very happy to enter the game like this.
Yeah, he's
just...
still having a good time
he missed his
top,
stun.
That's it.
Oh
dear. Well, that'll be another death for Zayats then.
Yeah, he went for the bushwhack.
Celery.
Yeah, went for the bushwhack, missed the bushwhack. Niku also threw out a Sunstrike, thinking the bushwhack would hit. So 2 spells missed and a dead Hoodwink. Not the best start for the captain of NAVI.
No, and of course Niku would have really liked to grab a kill here because his lane is not going quite as well as he would like. It's not a disaster, but it's certainly not looking great.
Yeah, starting the lane on such little HP, and especially the fact that there's 2 points of dagger getting spammed into his face. It is kind of annoying for the Invoker. But maybe a Sunstrike kill is...
annoying.
It feels inevitable, right? When you have Disruptor Sven in one lane, Shaker plus Hoodwink in another. Like, there are so many stuns available to utilize that Sunstrike, but yeah, like you said, the fact that he hasn't really connected on one to get a kill, at least, it is hurting him greatly. He's down 3 denies and 7 CS.
Yeah, it's the little things which start to add up. But playing against this Dagger Cop is just such a miserable experience.
I think luckily for Niku, though, he is buying the one of the most boring items in the game, the Helmet Dominator. So he'll return the favor, right? You beat me in lane, I'll beat you in map play, right? I'll just skip all the waves so you can never do anything. As they do Sunstrike top onto Boom. Yep.
Yeah, doesn't get them the kill as of yet, but Boom will eventually go down to got the juice. So they get themselves on the board, Navi, but elsewhere in the middle lane, Yamich and Celery both collapsing in onto Niku and getting the kill onto him. So more sadness for Niku in the middle lane.
A lot of sadness. That is not a game at all from this Invoker. He has been, royally shut down, out CS'd. No kills. Supports rotate in. He's looking top, trying to hit the Sunstrike, trying to snipe it out. And yeah, not looking good at all.
Keep in mind, he did kind of know, in fairness, like this wasn't a sneaky gank. Celery did come and just nether blast him under tower and place a nether ward in front of his face. So
true.
The signs were there.
Yeah, the signs were there, but Invoker at this stage of the game, if you see the sign, you're probably dead, right? Especially with an Exalt Invoker, right? There's no EMPs and Tornado shenanigans to play around.
Radius is coming here. Maybe they look to Celery. Yeah, they certainly do. A lot of damage coming out onto him as well, but he's going to self-decrepify to try and keep himself alive. The Calypso and the damage will be enough. Mid one, though, just going to pop that ulti and try to bring down Radius. Radius almost survives, but not quite. Now Yamich jumping in, stun out onto Niku, and Mid one gets the blink away. Mid one will be all right, and it will just be a support trade in the middle lane.
I think I didn't see it too... Did he cookie break the tree, which enabled him to blink? Because I moved my camera there, and I didn't know if the tree was fading or if he cookie. But if he cookie broke it, I think he did. You know what? We're casters. We can make it up. He cookie broke the tree, which enabled the blink dagger to dodge the Sunstrike. That's incredible. Yeah, I can see this 2 months of not casting has really hit me, man, I'll be honest. But anyway.
I think you're right, though. I think that is what happened.
Yeah, I think that's what I think that is exactly what happened. But again, very cool stuff there, keeping him alive. Even if he didn't break the tree and it expired, sharing the damage by jumping in with a cookie, also very good. So yeah, nice rotation there from Yamich. Mid one could have died there in the mid lane if things were slightly different, and Niku shows himself back in mid lane for a second, and mid one just really hates him.
Here though, glimpse available, so gonna be thrown back. Sunstrike lands onto mid one, not onto Yamich, but there's the Hoodwink coming in on the side, and that allows him to kill off Yamich.
And the bot tower has fallen. Ooh.
I mean, it is Juggernaut Pugner, in fairness.
Yeah. Level 3 points in Never Blast. The sustain from this early game will be incredible, right? You've got the Just the Pugner with Life Drain, you got the Healing Ward of the Juggernaut. They're stealing the stacks with the spin. Yeah, Shaker likes slow, methodical lanes, right? He wants to fissure and push wave and kind of control the tempo, but when you lose this tower so early on, it is.
Chrysalis, he's considering an Omni Slash, but doesn't really have the target to go on, so we'll just allow his support to die. But yeah, I mean, taking those hard stacks, absolutely worth it for a support killer.
And mid lane, Boom's rotated in.
He certainly has, and the cookie connects as well, meaning Niku is dead. A very nice play there from Boom, as MOUZ continue to really accelerate into this early game here.
Great rotation.
Everything is just feeling really good. Like, it feels like, yeah, the draft looked good, but also now we're getting into the game, we're seeing some of these answers which they've cooked up come into play. You're playing against a Shaker, you know they're going to make the stack, so you draft yourself this hyper-aggressive safe lane, take that tower. It's the easiest way to get into the triangle.
Yeah, no, exactly. And not only that, they've identified what they had to do, right? We mentioned earlier on, right? Navi's draft is very static. Sven and Shaker need to farm. So you say about taking the tier 1 tower, that's great. But they also stopped the Invoker from making a move. But Niku did go for the greedier facet, right? Imagine if he was playing more on EMP, right? Draining the mana of the Pugner or delaying the fight. That could maybe have been a better kind of entry to the game for them. The fact he went for the Sunstrike facet and is yet to connect on a Sunstrike is kind of hemorrhaging the early game for Navi, especially when he's like kind of the key piece of the puzzle. Of course, Navi, we haven't really spoke about got the juice. He does have a game, right? He is top net worth for his team, shared net worth with the Juggernaut at #1 spot, but it is only him that has a game. Everyone else is struggling to enter. They are connecting onto the Pugner. Right. First Sunstrike kill of the game for Niku.
Does indeed get that one at least, so we're on the board.
Mid one is so aggressive. The way he played mid, now he's rotating top. He has the Arcane Rune. Zayats with a 14 wand. Doesn't press it.
The spear takes out that squirrel with ease. Got the juice on the run here. Running away with God Strength always feels a little bit wrong, but in this situation, absolutely the right call. Making some stacks, taking some stacks. Although mid one's not leaving them alone at this point, and really he's going to have to glimpse back mid one to get got the juice to safety, but yeah,
it was really awkward. So basically, PMA walked really close to Celery, right on top of him, and then Celery just put down the ward, and then PMA was like, wait, okay, bye, sorry. I just did a 180. He was very close to slamming that Pugner, but yeah. The ward truly is something. In regards to
who does now have this helm finished up.
Yeah, that's going to be the key thing for Navi. They've lost all their tier 1 towers by the 11-minute mark, but Blink is on Shaker, about 500 gold away. Niku has the Helm of Dom, so map play could come alive for Navi. They can start pushing waves with the Invoker, and then they can smoke behind it with the Shaker in a couple minutes' time. If they can get a big kill, that would be really helpful. Like the way that MOUZ has been playing the game so far, it's been like chaotic skirmish together, and sometimes that lineup, it takes too many times. You starve yourself of XP, or you play too close together on the map. Suddenly, Sven outscales you, and the game can feel wrong, especially if you get the pickoffs, right? So Navi, they are 4k down, but they just need one good kill to stabilize the tempo of the game. Chrysalis, though, is incredibly farmed.
And
Battle
PMA
Fury
takes the stacks on the Ancients, which will get him his Blink Dagger.
Oh, so, yeah, but then he doesn't have Slam, so...
Yeah.
It's always a fun thing, right? You Slam for the Blink, but get the Blink, then you don't have Slam. Again, luckily for PMA, he does have Sunstrike, right? And plenty of follow-up control. But it needs to be a big kill. They have to kill the Queen of Pain. They have to kill the Juggernaut. They got to pick one, get a smoke, and isolate that hero. But MOUZ, they want to be the aggressors. They have the Blink Dagger on the Mars. They're looking in the triangle. Good ward coverage for Navi at the moment.
Boom's on the hunt.
Yeah. And the waves are giving away the smoke, right? The fact that mid wave's hitting the mid tower, and only now they're defending. Killing off the squirrel again. Yeah.
It's kind of turning into Whack-A-Squirrel, yeah.
Yeah. I think Zayats has accepted his death. He's 4 of them.
Just don't get me wrong. When I have hoodwinks in my games, I do just want to chain kill them. I want to smack the shit out of it, but I don't know
Does
if
that
it's
change
that
based on the
productive
hero
for
level?
MOUZ.
Like if you see like a
Yes,
level
definitely.
5 hoodwink, I think it's pretty chill. The level 30 hoodwinks, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Kill without mercy. Kill on sight.
Pretties, looking for celery. Glimpse back.
Into the Shaker. Just kind of chill kill here on Celery as well. Of course, the hoodwink does get seen, so immediately gets a spear in the face. That's just automatic at this point. They'll get the D ward. They claim back this area of the map on NAVI. That's what that kill gets them. It gets them more map space. It gets them back into their triangle. Of course, mid one's there at the moment, but Riddies and Zayats will come over and say hi.
Ooh. They do have static.
Yeah, they are going to static this, of course.
PMA does have Blink Slam.
Slam's there. They're going to throw it down, and with the Sunstrike coming through, it will be enough. The Kiss is coming over, trying to bring down Zayats, but no, they'll go for PMA instead. And with the Spear and the Kiss is connecting, PMA will fall. Niku doesn't have much of an option here, so this will just be a trade, which, I mean, you get the Queen kill. Feels pretty good to a support and offlaner.
Nothing.
This is still net win though to Na'Vi, right? Look at the net worth. It was a 4K lead a couple minutes ago, and now it's 2K lead. And you look at the net worth of Queen of Pain. How dominant her laning phase was, the map play she had. She's only 200 gold ahead of the Invoker. All this blinking around. Again, sure, Hoodwink dies. Congrats, we've seen it 5 times already. I'm numb to it already.
3, 5, and 3. That's a KDA right there, baby.
Yeah, that is clean. But if you just had 2 POVs in the last 5 minutes of Queen of Pain versus Invoker, Niku has AFK'd this jungle, hardcore farmed with his Armor Dominator, ensuring that he's trying to get back into a game. And then mid one, it's like constant blinking, constant looking, dagger here, dagger there, like he's doing everything, but not farming as efficiently. And yeah, I think that alone is giving a lot of confidence for Na'Vi. And even the Sven versus Juggernaut, right? Sven, 1,000 gold ahead of the Juggernaut. Pretty much uncontested in the game. There has been some heroes that at least looked at him, but they never tried to kill him.
Ooh, PMA,
PMA
dead.
yeah.
Yeah. Spear, though, not available. Oh, he's gone. Nice. Very good TP.
Yeah. They get another move. Look, who's in the move? 4 heroes of MOUZ. They're bringing so many resources for a kill. And Na'Vi smoked up.
Also, I think it's time for a feature called... Wait, hold on, actually.
Wait, hold on, actually,
They're
feature
gonna
is
go
online.
on to the Queen of Pain, but nice cookie out from Yamich, but the glimpse back means it doesn't matter, but they need a little bit more in the tank, and they will find it. Mid one goes down, and now Boom coming in for the return kill onto Zayats. Of course, Boom sees Zayats and wants to kill him immediately, but this time, the squirrel gets away. PMA kind of jumping around the middle of this fight. 8 seconds for a slam, by the way. Yep. As T Governor so rightly points out, Boom still on the front line, still trying to be aggressive, still trying to get in their faces, but just cannot do so. Glimpse back away, and the threat kind of being diffused right now. Has got the juice coming right the way back in again, and with the Sunstrike coming through, they will have enough damage to bring him down. PMA gets that kill, but got the juice is gone as well. That is not worth it at all.
PMA still looking.
PMA, he is indeed, but maybe he's looking a little bit too hard. Will not be getting the slam off. Yamich gets another. This Hoodwink is down, and Yamich is just absolutely dominating these fights.
No, just really good kiting there. I think both teams really trying to play it to the limits. You've got Juggernaut going in after seeing this Sven getting a quick kill, just engaging Na'Vi on half HP, identifying the fact that with the Pugna being dead, with the fact that Queen of Pain obviously died early on, there was a good chance that they could try and take the fight. Sure, they die, but in a different world where they maybe combo slightly differently, if Boom doesn't hit this perfect jump onto the Earthshaker, it would have been more kills away of Na'Vi. But yeah, both sides making sure that they really play out the entire fight, and yeah, easily could have gone a different way.
Yeah, I think full credit to Boom in that fight as well.
Yep.
Playing on the front lines and surviving through it all, making the right moves. Yeah, Yamich as well, the 2 MVPs of that one.
Na'Vi, they have to be careful, right? A lot of their lineup is built in the burst, right? The jump, the shaker jump, the cataclysm that is to be purchased in 400 gold's time, the sharpshooter damage, the god strength blink, like everything is, if we see you, we have to kill you. Because if you don't, then the healing ward over time will help, the life drain, the decrep saves, the arena to combo break. There's so many little things that MOUZ can do if they aren't 100 to 0.
Actually gonna live that one.
Wait.
Combo not quite perfect that time.
Oh, got the juice.
Yeah, he's going to throw it down. There's a couple of stuns coming out, but Celery's there to heal up Yamich, keep him nice and healthy. Again, it is just MOUZ pushing deep, forcing these deep fights, trying to really put the pressure onto Na'Vi and starve them out of this game. Hasn't worked tremendously well so far, to be clear. Like, at 18 minutes, it's only a 3k gold advantage, but it is still a MOUZ-favored game.
Yeah. It's an aggressive game plan, but they haven't been aggressive enough to give themselves an insurance policy, right? Like, one mistake from MOUZ and Navi's in the game. Other aggressive teams, they would have built themselves such a lead or a certain style of like positioning that they could have made one or two mistakes and still kind of brute force their way into a victory, right? And that's the key thing. But of course, for a new team, we're not really expecting MOUZ to be at that level yet. They are looking for Crystallis. They see him slam, Static Storm, Cataclysm, Bushwhack,
And
dead.
yeah, that was more enough to bring him down. My goodness. The Aghanim's reveal here from Niku, but absolutely the target you want to bring him down on. They see the heroes in the middle lane. They know what Crystallis is going to be doing as a player here. Playing up on the top side completely alone. I wasn't ready for the damage to come out. Was that the first steps to Na'Vi coming back into this game? Does feel like it at this point.
Yes. Sorry, I don't know if that was rhetorical or not, but I'll answer it in case. Yes, it is the first step, correct.
It's up to you. It was an open serve, you know, a nice slow pitch. You can either take a swing or let it go to the...
I think the ball hit the back of the course. I walked back to it, had to pick it up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He decided to awkwardly pick it up and then throw it in the
still
air.
playing.
Do a little... Yeah.
You know what I'm most excited about, though? In the post-TI qualifiers, it's
What's that?
the fact that a lot of these players, right, will be watching these teams in the part of them deep into their gut. It's like, I wanted to be there. I wanted to be on that stage. I wanted to, you know, have the chance of lifting the Aegis. And then you watch all the games, the drafts, the complexity. You're probably in Discord, already talking with your captain or whatever. And surely there's got to be things like they're cooking ideas. Like, why wasn't this hero picked to deal with the Dominator? Why wasn't, you know, there's always like scheming and planning. And we're not probably going to get a patch until, you know, historically patches for post-TI like October, November, December, right? Kind of the last quarter of the year. So I'm hoping that the post-TI qualifiers show the next wave of the meta because of like the intensity of TI. But yeah, we'll see. At the moment, not really seeing it. But there's a lot more games to be played out in this qualifier.
Yeah, this Jug Pug is like not exactly original, but it's definitely been cool. This game hasn't quite managed to do all that they needed it to as of yet, but let's see. Oh, another Cataclysm coming on down here to take down Celery. Feels like a bit of an overreaction, but nevertheless, they will get him. Would a regular old Sunstrike not have done the trick? I guess you get the vision from the Cataclysm, so it's worth using.
The way that Navi are playing, any kill feels like it's an extra minute of like breathing room, right? It's you get a kill, MOUZ have to recover, especially when it's the Pugner, who's your, you know, kind of your ward provider, the kind of the guy who kind of brings everyone together. Let's go smoke. I think it's perfectly fine. Niku, a recipe away from BKB.
Yeah, he's absolutely hitting his timings this game. Rough lane, but more than back into it. And you can kind of feel the momentum really shifting away from MOUZ. They're going to try and rebuild it here with the smoke. Let's see what they can do. And it's a BKB on Mars, which is the time they're playing around here. Queen of Pain still doesn't really have anything of note. These little value items.
Of course, Crystallis does have the Tumbler toy, so he's able to jump in and get that extra little bit of positioning to connect.
Yeah, so important for a Juggernaut. Yeah. Actually goes and hits a camp whilst Boom connects onto PMA. So this could get awkward here, but well, they've got the cookies, the kisses, sorry, and they've got the stir spin. So
yeah.
Crystallis just couldn't walk past that small camp. He was like, no, gotta farm that one.
I wish I had like a whiteboard right now to draw the average move of MOUZ, because every move feels like it goes across the river, to the side, back again, away from a tier 2 tower, right? Like they're getting kills, but do you not feel like these kills are not kind of providing like bigger meaning, right? And Roshan, of course, that is very, very important if they can take it. But it's quite a slow Roshan. Joglot.
Oh,
And Navi, they're in position.
strength
Cataclysm
here.
hitting.
Oh, yeah, they see what's going on, but they don't really have the way into the pit. And Got the Juice was already distracted by an illusion. He's got 7 seconds left in that blink, but God's Strength already popped. BKB is available from the Sven and from the MOUZ in this engagement. Keep that in mind. Invoker also has his coming out, so Niku will also be able to join the BKB club in a second. Zayats is just going to get screamed upon, but survives through it using the Essence Ring and the wand. So Scream is down, Yamich is dead, has Got the Juice, finds his target. Still not use that BKB, by the way, so can play this fight however he wants. There comes the Static Storm, Boom comes in on the front lines though, pops that BKB, wants to bring down Riddies, and in comes Chrysalis to finish the job. They will get that kill. Boom is just spamming, he's saying, please get on PMA, give me some help here, guys. There is no help coming his way. They'll clean up the support. That's about it. Roshan still sitting dangerously low. Who is going to get this? Got the Juice comes in, gets the Invis rune, but gets also arenaed up by Boom, who once again is calling for his team to come and help him out. Oh, Slam! Oh, that's a lot of damage coming on down here, but it does cost him his life. But no one dies. And doesn't get him any kill in response. Oh my god, that was so much damage coming out from PMA in the moment there, but the follow-up, it was just not enough, and yeah, just Queen of Pain being Queen of Pain killed him.
Yeah. Oh, Niku, his centaur. Do they see the centaur?
Oh.
What? Did I? Oh, that would have been fair
funny
play for trying. But yeah, Navi, they start that Roshan and everything's just a little off, right? Like they Cataclysm for vision, but they don't have it for the damage. Then they see the Queen of Pain, they Static Storm, but they also Deafening Blast the Queen of Pain out of the Static Storm. The entire time Puckner's life draining the Queen of Pain. So God's Strength wasted at the start of the fight. Kills an illusion, nothing kills. Cataclysm wasted at the start of the fight, kills nothing. Static Storm wasted, nothing happens. And then at the very end of that entire blunder of spells, then the Shaker comes in, beautiful slam. But guess what? All the spells I just mentioned, they're all on cooldown, so you can't really connect on a beautiful entry from PMA. And MOUZ, beautiful kiting the entire time, right? Go to the Roshan, identify the fact they're coming in, disengage. You don't have to commit. It wasn't the fastest Roshan. Navi waste spells, you keep going, you keep podding and poking, and eventually you get the win. So yeah, fair play for MOUZ. It was a really good way to approach Roshan there, as mid one does get blown up again. When MOUZ are together, it's really, really good. In open map play, Navi is, based on draft, extremely strong.
BKB comes out from him, so he's going to be okay as the reactions, and will be fine.
Yeah, just run it off.
Okay, so I did notice that on the death summary from PMA in that fight, though, it did say that the final bit of damage he took was from a Blade Mail physical damage from the Queen of Pain, which means he must have used the Enchant Totem hit onto the Quap, killing himself. So that's my unnecessary call-out of the game for Navi. My unnecessary call-out of the game for MOUZ is that Chrysalis, I watched him run like maybe for about 15 seconds over towards an ancient camp on the enemy side of the map, which they had blocked themselves with a sentry, which he could have seen the whole time. So, okay. Both teams get one, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if
16
PMA's got a
if any
deeper
Chrysalis
meaning.
haters want to go watch that.
Any hate watchers? Oh no.
Yeah.
As much as it's like a bad thing, if you are to watch a game but you don't want someone to win, if you do it in a mature way where you're never like actually being toxic to the player and you're just watching it for your own like enjoyment, then it gives meaning to the game, right? Like, oh, I don't want this team to win. It's like in football, right? Like you have rivals and stuff. So I think hate watching in the correct scope of not being toxic and it's just adding meaning to the game, kind of hype. You do anything else? You do anything past that where like you're DMing them, messaging them, doing anything that's big no. But if you want to add meaning to a game where it's like a certain player has done like a certain move that you don't like, and so I don't like his play style, sure, why not? Gives you purpose for the game.
Again.
Yeah, he's gone. He does keep getting picked off. by Cataclysm. Like
He does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's a cheeky lad though. Like you can see from the way he's playing, he's always up in the face of his opponent, right? Like he's daggering from the mid lane, he's jumping into the enemy triangle, he dies top, pushing a wave, dies mid, pushing a wave. Like he's really just trying to progress the kind of the game state so that they can get more information. But Na'Vi are punishing it.
From this Na'Vi draft, I kind of expected like these big team fights where the Shaker's trying to go in, lock people down for the Cataclysm, but turns out it's actually more of a pick-off game. So that's working really wonderfully for them. But they are going to connect here onto Riddies, but it's just Riddies.
Yeah. But that's where Na'Vi's heroes shine, right? You've got the Helmet Dominator and Invoker to push a wave. You got Shaker with the Fissure to push a wave. You got Hoodwink in the top lane. Also, guess what? Pushing waves. Like, it's very easy for them in a difficult game to just shove. Whilst for MOUZ, they kind of need to do the old school style of Dota, right? Smoke up a Mars, get the Jug in a tower hitting position, mid one dies again. Like, it is really a battle of map play versus, team play. Oh, and Boom's dead.
He is dying a lot, and Boom's going down here as well, although that said, he's really quick. He's moonwalking his way out of this one, and now the Omni Slash coming through, got the juice, can he get to the camp? He cannot, but the Glimmer Cape saves him. Chrysalis trying to close the gap here, trying to just finish what he started, but he's not going to be able to do so. The juice is very low, as is Boom. It doesn't like either of them are going to drop here, as Celery's just going to jump in and heal up Boom. A nice big life drain.
Yamich had dust, but he just didn't realize that the Sven had got glimmered in time, so then the Omni Slash broke. Oof. No preemptive dusting from Yamich, and yeah, Chrysalis could have got a beautiful kill on the Sven there. This constant pickoff from Na'Vi, you could argue it's going to become predictable, right? Mid one keeps dying in these, wave pushing positions. I can't speak today, so why not get MOUZ behind that hero and then counterplay? Like at some point, MOUZ can play around it. They haven't really done it at the moment. Of course, Chrysalis now getting up the Basher. He is in a 1v1 looking great. He picks up the Agnims. He can do so much work in these fights. He's got the Basher for additional control, a little bit more damage. They just need to get him in the right place.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Less up. Some players, mentioning no names, were a bit reluctant on this one, but
I see.
We do get to see it on Chrysalis here, which I think is always nice. Bait out a little bit with that Swift Slash.
It's extremely helpful at starting the fight, but not having to overcommit, right?
Yep.
It is.
And it's definitely one of those items which, like, you need a lot of attack speed for it to even be worth picking up. So it's like you need multiple items beforehand, and preferably something you can proc as well. So yeah, this is basically just your kind of Basher steroid. With a Basher, with a Butterfly, with a Man Style, it's going to feel really good. Smoke up. Na'Vi, they are on the hunt again. We know how much damage they can do when they get onto the right target. Are they going to read this on the side of MOUZ? This is not the easiest smoke to read, but looks like...
They have good vision, though. And Chrysalis?
Oh, he can't be the one to pop this, though. Unless he's quick. There you go. Celery, send the small Pugner. He will be sent in. Oh, intimate stun into Boom. He blinks in. Instantly stunned out by the Fissure. You gotta be pre-BK being that one, I would say. Now spin coming out as they'll bring down Riddies, so it's gonna be a trade, but not a particularly good one. Let's jump in again, Chrysalis! Oh, there he comes with the nice little Decrepify from the Pugner, who just gets one shot by Got the Juice. Chrysalis turning around. He wants a bit of this. He wants some action here as he moves in towards Got the Juice. Does not have any spells left, though, on Chrysalis, and he is just going to fall. Right clicks come through. Got the Juice easily brings him down, and a very underwhelming fight from MOUZ here.
Yeah. I mean, it all starts with the Shaker, right? PMA throws out a Fissure into the tree line with the Enchant Totem, hits an Aftershock proc from his Shard, which hits the Mars when he blinks into it, stopping the Arena Spear and that potential big follow-up that could have created a good entry to the fight from MOUZ. But yeah, you just got to respect the AoE facet on the Shaker plus the Aftershock.
Must.
And ideally pre-BK being when you blink in, because that is just the difference maker. Because the rest of the fight, it's MOUZ really, really aggressively positioned, and your big team fight control heroes died at the start, right? And That's not really a recipe for a successful fight. You know, Chris has tried to do it, but yeah, he just kind of ran in and died as well at the end.
Yeah,
So boom, he's had some great initiations before, and now he's like, all right, he's identified the problem. He had the Hex recipe, but now he's gone back for an Aeon Disc. He doesn't want to get comboed down. He doesn't want to have that same mistake happen again. So he's going for Aeon Disc, which kind of became one of the items of TI.
It did a bit, yeah.
With all the shakers and disruptors and this kind of big pick-off play, especially because like Nullifier wasn't too. It was bought, but it wasn't bought like every game. So Aeon Disc, sorry, does feel quite good.
And also, who's going to buy Nullifier in this Navi squad? It's probably just Invoker. I don't think you ever want to buy that item as spend. Maybe you have to, but it feels really bad.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about this game is it really is a matter of who jumps who, right? Now that Boom has the Aeon Disc, he can actually get jumped and survive a bit. You got Yamich just about to get the Aghanims once his courier connects. So he'll have the Monomachus to save.
Boom's got to be quick on the unlock here. He's got to be quicker than that. Oh, he
didn't unlock
he's just
it.
Dead. Tiga.
Yeah, he died. But to be fair, okay, no, he had 2 seconds. He got stunned at 33.50 and died at 33.52. If it was 1 second, you know, sure. 2 seconds. To be fair, 99% of people in chat right now wouldn't have unlocked their Aeon Disc, so we should all just agree it happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Navi continuing to find the big boss.
I struggle to I think the reason I struggle to defend though is because I think Boom would like defend himself. I think he'd just be like, oh yeah, I messed up. It happens.
Yeah.
Like,
but also, counter argument, not even counter, different topic.
Okay.
Do you even like having it disassembled? I know unlocking it.
Me? Goodness no. you are really overestimating me here, buddy. That shit is unlocked minute 0.
Okay, look, he's unlocked it now.
yeah, my guy.
So what I was gonna say was, there's time and a place for having it locked, right? Like damage over time feels good to have it locked. There's a fight. There's a big guy again.
I don't even think she is. She's kind of chilling here. There's there's the Aeon Disc coming down.
Go.
All right, a hoodwink for an Aeon Disc. I wonder if that's going to feel worth it. Nice little skewer back onto the Sven. The Sven does not have the Aegis, by the way. It wasn't on him. It's on Niku, so he could be in trouble here. But he gets up the BKB, looking for a target, trying to heal himself up with that Satanic and takes down the entire creep wave, which will get him up to full. Link out from got the juice. He'll get himself back. But they are making them sweat a bit here on the side of MOUZ. They're doing a good job.
So him to bait out the Gold Strength is going to be quite nice. You still have Omnislash. Just keep looking. And of course, Abyssal Blade from Chrysalis. He didn't even just go Basher. He just went full Abyssal Blade. So they really want to find the kill. But just to complete my point about the Aeon Disc, if there ever was a game where you shouldn't have it disassembled against Shaker Sven, probably should have done it. But anyway, he completed the item. He's happy now. Chris is leading the charge, hitting the top tier 2. Meanwhile, Navi in the bot lane. BKB and Aeon Disc is on cooldown for MOUZ. If they can find him.
Boom might be in trouble here. Yeah, it looks like they have found him. A lot of damage coming through. Got the juices there as well.
Yamich nearly got the save. It was like a second earlier. He could have got the gobble up and done it, but yeah, very quick to get the kill. Both teams trying to force each other back, right? You've got bot lane, the entirety of Navi hitting them, while Celery by himself, little old Pugner, never blasting away.
Oh yeah.
Who's gonna win?
I mean, you know, Celery, he's doing his best. it's not nothing, but it's not much. Got the juice, and Niku will easily tear through these barracks, but they've got tier 2s up in the other 2 lanes, so this will be it for now. Of course, got the juice. Well, he wants to go for more. Going on for that tower as they will get back and deal with Celery. PMA literally committing the slam for that one. And they keep it coming. They keep it going on to the high ground we go. I mean, why not, I guess? You've got all your spells up and available. You've got an Invoker with an Aegis ready to roll. Force to fortify. Force heroes back. That is the plan.
Well, Chrysalis is protected by the Observer. He's able to farm aggressively here. And with Boom respawning, Boom just didn't want to waste buyback, right? Like, you see bot lane. So do you really want to buy back for that? Misses the spear on Zayats. Mortimer Kiss is coming in as well. Glimmer. They aren't able to kill. Yeah.
Chill time here for MOUZ. I think you miss up your initiation like that, it's time to reset a little bit.
But to miss an initiation like that's now high ground pressure, right? The whole point of high ground defense is the arena to protect you, the ability to put them into choke points. Na'Vi might want to utilize this window, but they're chilling. They don't seem to be rushing anywhere. Of course, Sven does have the refresher. So often you can bait out a BKB at God Strength, but now it's like there's no baiting to be done. It's if he misuses it, he's gonna have that second round of spells. Sven is so incredibly farmed.
Yeah. Ooh. It does feel bad for Boom. He had such a good early game. Like, he really did. He put this game together for MOUZ. He put the game on his shoulders and said, yep, I'm going to be in the front lines. I'm going to do what you need me to do. I'm going to control the tempo.
Oh,
exactly
Hex reveal in bot lane. Niku did half the damage to Jug.
Alright. Limit testing, I guess.
A little bit.
Waiting for PMA to follow up. That PMA was a little bit slow to the party.
As much as we talk about Boom not hitting the arenas, right? I think the majority of MOUZ just haven't really stepped up into this game, right?
Yeah.
The early Queen of Pain aggression didn't really net much. Boom hit really good arenas early on, but the game progresses. Now we're talking about mid one.
He's to mid one as well, but luckily he does have a BK. The Aghanims from mid. Nope, no Aghanim. Okay, I don't know. Either way, Omni Slash coming out from the Juggernaut as he gets turned into cheese. He is gone. He is out of this game for now. Buyback is available.
They are just looking a bit lost, right? They're all kind of doing their own thing, making their own moves, and it's just not really working out. Na'Vi, though, they are. When the backs were against the wall in the early game pressure, they identified exactly what they had to do. Split the map, open up for the pickoffs. Sure, it's not been the cleanest of team fight execution from Na'Vi, as they do jump onto the Sven. He has to Tanic still.
Yeah, he's trying to keep himself alive on the creep wave here. Boom with the Andis means that you won't be able to heal off him, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're just not doing enough. Omni Slash comes flying on through, hits onto absolutely nobody of note. There's a creep wave there to absorb it all, and now Chrysalis, he's taking some heavy hits. They back themselves up, got the juice, cleans through another. Juggernaut blinks in, immediately just getting absolutely blasted. In fact, glimpsed back by Riddies. He's trying to keep himself alive here with all that he's got, but it's just not enough. He goes down again, die back on the Juggernaut. Niku gets a kill. They got the juice in the end, just about, which means maybe they keep themselves in this one, but no. Buyback from got the juice. He wants out of this game, number one, and they might just get it. Stand out on the sidelines, onto Yamich. Yamich taken care of, and now all they've got to deal with is Mr. Boom. He goes down mid one, jumping in, trying to find a bit of redemption in this game, but he can't seem to find the targets. BMA, happy just sit on the front lines here. He will likely tick away to this dagger. Yeah, okay, mid one gets one, and now with the blade now being kind of annoying here. Ethereal comes out onto Yamich as well, buying him some time, but mid one being chased down, caught in the tornado. PMA's there with the stun, and caught out by the sharpshooter. Everybody's dead. The game is over. Na'Vi will be taking this game at number one in their opening matchup of these qualifiers.
Yeah, quite the game as well, right? It was just beautiful pick-off in that play, right? Even though they'd lost the early game, their lanes weren't looking good. They knew how to get back into it. They worked as a team, and yeah, I think that just shows, of course, the class of Na'Vi. It's why they qualified to the international, to the road to the international. It's all, semantics or whatever, but yeah, I think Na'Vi.
You do from playing a game where you're just like, all right, we'll just draft late into their late and see whose late ideas make better. Like, nah, that's not what we do here. We play some gosh darn Dota 2, and I'm interested to see how this one goes.
I think my main concern for MOUZ that you mentioned about that kind of the aggression is how much team fight do they have in their lineup, where if the game does become a 30, 40, 50-minute game, is it a matter of Chrysalis hitting the stun or rolling thunder? Like, outside of those two key aspects of their draft, there isn't this simplistic way of everyone can smoke independently and find a quick pick and open the fight. Is the Pango there? Is the Sven there? And that's where like Navi's draft, of course, shines. So many layers to do stuff.
That is true. However, I do like how MOUZ have this anti-team fight draft, which is just going to play so split and so hectically inside of the fights.
Mhm.
If Navi can't somehow draw them into like a singular objective, then it's going to be really, really difficult for them to make that work. You know, how does Gyro Flak even catch these heroes when you've got Pangolier disappearing in that sight, you know, Brood running around the trees, Snapfire running around the trees. Sorry, Hoodwink running around the trees. It's not that easy. I think there are ways to play against it if the game is even.
No, for sure. I will always say in any Dota game, no matter what draft you have, it's always going to be playable, right? Through how you approach your itemization or how you approach skipping waves. Of course, there will be some times that a draft is very, very difficult, but that's the joy of Dota. If you think about it and try and do something, it's possible.
And Celery just memeing a bit as you go for the Satyr convert, which means the Satyr Mindstealer is here and Panavern is ready to go.
I've played a couple Chen games where I just wouldn't max the Divine Favor to ensure that I could, what's it called?
Mind Steal?
Not Divine Favor, sorry, Persuasion, sorry. To ensure that I didn't max my Convert. Because obviously after level 3 points in Persuasion, when you get to the 4th point, it becomes the big Satyr, right? So it is kind of hype just to run around at like 40 minutes still with the mana burn as an absolute, just gremlin. Sorry, I meant to say Holy Persuasion. Ruined that one. Anyway, moving on.
It's alright, mate. Holy Persuasion. The, leveling up the creep you get for free. And yeah, this Satyr Mindstealer is going to be super annoying, and you can see Zayats. I'm not even sure he's casted a Scatterblast yet, but he just has no mana. Unlucky. Sure he's thrown out one. How's our mid lane looking for Niku? Very sad once again, but Niku's already shown us. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about mid lane. He doesn't care about losing, but maybe, this one looking like it's going to go even worse, so maybe he will at some point start to worry a little bit.
Yeah, the key thing for the mid lane will be how well does Navi's side lanes do to ensure that they can fix the problems that will inevitably happen, right? Broodmother, when you hit 6, especially with Exalt Invoker, you're not going to be able to kill off all the Spiderlings. Your tower will eventually fall. Zayats is getting pressured once more. The Celery v Zayats matchup, Celery is just kind of dominating the lane in game 1 and game 2. Celery has truly shut out Zayats from the lane. To be fair, he did play Pugner and Chen. They are very, very good position fives to do this.
No, just he's really good. That's it.
Yeah. No, he's, yeah.
Just the best to ever do it, the best laner to ever step up.
But it is going to hurt a lot, right? Because you kind of want Meatball the lane.
Yeah. Bro is not finding any way to get last hit, so Meatballs it is. That's the only option at this point. Sad state of affairs is down at bottom. That's a really nice little move there coming out from Zayats and PMA. Is it enough to get them to kill onto Chrysalis? I think it might be. Damage coming in, and that'll be your first blood. The cookie into spearback combo executed perfectly by Navi.
Yeah, any drop of XP is so useful. Getting a first blood, getting a kill. You get 2-3 points in the Scatterblast on a Snapfire, rotate towards mid. Now you're talking about kill potential on the Broodmother. And I'm going to keep talking about the Broodmother because the side lanes, this is traditional drafts. Both teams happy. We're expecting back and forths. It's how quickly can you then stabilize the mid problem. And it's very, very good for Navi that they get that kill. As the timer keeps ticking on in mid 1, a nearly level 6.
Fortify? They do have a Fortify.
Yeah, they are really annoying him.
Doesn't really go.
I say nearly level 6. It's still like a level and a half, but I'm trying to build that anticipation, the excitement of that Spiderlings. Whew.
Indubitably. Another day, another meatball down in the middle lane. Niku really forced to run right the way back on the tower again. He's having an absolutely miserable time in this middle lane, but still not doing horribly on CS, all things considered. 13 to 18 is not what you would expect if you were watching this middle lane as much as I've been. Uh-oh.
Top lane.
He's grabbed. It's actually Boom who has like so little arm. Oh, the Sunstrike! It actually lands onto both of them there, I think. Did Yamich jump into it though? Didn't quite see.
Not this again. Deja vu.
Either way. Just assume Yamich is doing cool stuff at any given opportunity. You got to be careful of this deconstruction though.
Yeah, very, very powerful. Of course, the longer you stand next to ET, the less resistances that you have. You pair that with Gyrocopter, who doesn't even need to be close, just flacking from a mile away. Yeah, very, very good lane.
I do love standing next to Elder Titan for 20 seconds straight, which is more common than you might believe.
Niku's wondering what to do. He's just kind of like, I'm going to block the wave. Like, Meatball's on, what, like a 50-second cooldown? So, like, every other wave he can delete. But then when he doesn't have it, he's like, this is not that fun. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen mid Broodmothers that often, if ever, right, recently. So it is kind of fun to see mid one return to mid lane, playing in a team in Europe, and he's like, hey guys, I'm happy to play mid Broodmother, right? I just love when players have like little specialties they're willing to bring out. And now the supports are rotating to mid. We know that the pressure of Broodmother is here. Spiderlings didn't die to the meatball. And Yamich.
Huge aggression coming out here, but ooh, the invisibility from Nico, is it going to be enough to save his life with the dust coming through? It will not be. The Ghost Walk, it saves him from the Bushwhack, but doesn't save him from the kill. Mid one, and Yamich just running down. DD spot in the bottom lane as well. May even be enough to give mid one the tower here, perhaps. Let's see. I don't see who comes to the middle lane to stop this. I'll be real honest with you two.
No, yeah, it's not really possible. Like, if Mars and Snapfire had got another kill, maybe Mars was level 5.5, you could entertain a mid TP arena,
okay.
But the game just isn't really there.
That said, let's see if it matters, but they did sort of let the catapult die there. Mid one choosing his own HP over the catapult's HP, but with this DD,
it's fine. No one's coming here. No one's of level to go. Like I said, it's like you either need Mars Arena or you need ET plus Snapfire, both around level 4 with spells to kill Brood. They're the only two ways to do it. Both are not possible right now. Therefore, mid one is completely free to do as he wishes. And he's also looking for a drum. He's not looking for an orchid or anything like that. At the moment, he's going very much skirmish and scale. And that's exactly what he did in the last game. Mid one's player style. I've only watched 2 games so far. And both games, he's very annoying. Like he's like crushing the lane. He's running around the map. He's just absorbing a lot of time. So MOUZ need to capitalize on that. Build on the fact that he's able to do this consistently, at least.
Yamich missing the Bushwhack there, I think, just straight up not connecting on that one. So that does mean that PMA gets away without too much effort. I can't remember what I called it last game, but time for a random call out again. This time for Mr. Celery. For stacking the hard camp plenty of times for his Sven, and then taking 3 out of 4 of the big creeps with his tornado.
So wait, that's a call out because you think it was for the Sven. What if it was always for him?
Well, that is true. Maybe the mech is more important than the Sven getting farm.
You know what? The way that you've delivered that, I would agree. I think the mech is more important. But PMA, Yamich is missing a couple of Bushwhacks here and there.
Sunstrike coming down, nicely comboed here. Chrysalis in trouble, and he will be dropping here. Beautiful response from Navi and Celery. He's also going to get brought down. Riddies is just absolutely chunking him right now. Boom's going to come to the rescue here, try to just salvage this fight, but PMA, I don't think he's dropping. Oh, never mind. There's a little Harpy Stormcrafter behind to make sure he does go down, and Boom finds a courier as well, because why not? Then one coming in behind the tower, and he wants one thing here, and that is more spiders and more buildings.
For MOUZ, they optimistically tried to go onto the Mars, and as they go on him, they're just missing too many spells. But they're also not playing around with the Broodmother, right? Broodmother keeps sweeping between mid to bot lane, and they try to go for a kill without the Spiderlings, without the pressure of, probably the strongest hero in the game right now. And yeah, Navi, any kills feels amazing, especially Niku getting just a value minute or 2 of not having his tower gone.
Good
and they get
arena from PMA. They've got the ward, so they get the kill. Using the arena from the low ground there just to make sure. To be fair,
really big kills. What do you mean, to be fair? What's up?
both teams have an observer ward in this exact spot, so they did see that one coming, but just the Brood not knowing about the vision means that he didn't really expect the Mars just straight up arena from low ground.
Can I go for a to be fair?
Yeah, you can to be fair, my to be fair.
I don't know why the ward's still up though, because Navi's was, sorry, MOUZ's was placed first, therefore Navi placed it after, so you saw Riddick's place it.
Well, there you go.
Back to you.
Well, to be fair, it's been dewarded now, so...
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nothing.
PMA feels nothing. Even though he just got a very hype Broodmother kill and sort of, you know...
Fixed his entire game, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now for Navi, it's a matter of every 100 seconds, arena equal kill brood. That's basically the formula for like the next 3 minutes or 4 minutes, right? It's a couple of arenas, kill the brood, make mid one have to second guess his positioning. And for MOUZ, of course, try and play around how strong they are. You put Pangolier and Brood in the same lane, whew, chaos will follow.
They'll have a good time.
They're trying to go top. They're jumping onto Got the Juice.
It's really well set up for here by Navi. Both the supports are in the
Oh,
trees.
Boom,
The cookie
no!
forwards into the sleep. Boom is getting stuck on all sorts here. Yamich being chased down as well. Nice little push back by Yamich sometime as in comes PMA. Spear out onto Boom just as he comes out off the Rolling Thunder. Beautifully timed by PMA. Scoops him up another kill. He is just absolutely doing it all for Navi right now on this MOUZ.
Yeah. Oh, and meanwhile, Niku. Can he TP out? Oh! So mid one does have the necrotic webs facet. If he had the other facet, he would have got a kill there. But with the regen reduction and all the webs, it is very toxic. And he's jumping onto the Broodmother mid with a Sunstrike. Ooh. A lot of fight. But to talk about the top fight as well, MOUZ, they keep playing away from the Broodmother. And they jump again, and boom, it looks great. He has good initiation, clean initiation, but he gets stuck in the wall right next to the river, which fully stops him from playing out the fight, and Navi get to just run away once more. So when you think about the moves MOUZ have made, they've won the lanes, they go bottom. Hoodwink dies, Sven dies. Then Brood dies to Arena in the triangle, fast forward another 30 seconds, Pangolier dies top. So what was a really good window of creating momentum has been all cause of MOUZ dying in different positions due to them not being at the right place at the right time. And Navi, they're smoked up. Arena is available in 13 seconds. They do have Monomer Kisses. Any hero they find will be deleted from the game.
All right, Celery, I'm afraid you're the hero to be deleted. And it'll take a little bit of time, but the kill will go to Niku, which is probably kind of what they want at this point. Mid.
Oh, mid one.
Arena coming down onto mid one. Not again. This Broodmother cannot afford to die another time here, but he doesn't get a choice. BMA is on their case. Call him the Bug Swanner because he is just absolutely all over mid one, completely ruining his game.
Trying to go into drag up to 21.
Won't be the easiest kill.
Ooh.
Especially with moves like that.
Damn, my God.
All right.
Just sliding.
Yeah, and that was
Sunstrike.
Oh, what a Sunstrike as well! How do you predict that one?
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Mitch is gone. Just a smoldering fluffy tail left on the ground from that. No body attached. Boom. Cannot do a whole lot. Yeah, this is feeling like a game one, but worse at this point. You have this fast tempo, this plan, you take over the mid lane, you take over the bottom lane, and then all of a sudden, PMA just says no.
But it's self-inflicted, right? It's like MOUZ have all the tools to be able to be aggressive. Of course, like we mentioned, there is this this timer, this feeling that mistakes will lead to Navi feeling like you can never fight them, right? The idea of Arena and Jaragopta standing his ground, Broodmother has to dominate the early game, but I just haven't seen MOUZ utilize the Broodmother. You take the tower, you run supports mid, and then every other move felt like you're playing away from him. You take the fight bottom without the Brood. Brood then dies. You then go fight top without the Brood. You then die. Brood runs mid underneath a tier 2. There's an arena in the game. He's going to die. He respawns. He's running mid.
Hold.
Holding.
Saved.
He didn't die this time,
Yep.
but...
Mech and Hand of God's going to be there, and now maybe, just maybe, a return kill can come through the way of PMA, and with that nice little blast on the sidelines, the spawn Spiderlings takes him out. Zayat's also going to fall. So MOUZ kind of baiting their Broodmother a little bit here, keeping him alive with Celery, and then responding in force. This is a little bit of breathing room for MOUZ to continue their aggression in this game.
It's, yeah, it's just one of those games that this is what I expected to see from MOUZ, right? This fight where you have Brood, you bait, you save him with a chair, and the follow-up from Pangler, even Crystalis poking his head into the fight, like, ooh, is there more? This is what I expect to see, and I hope for MOUZ's sake they can keep this energy going as they are rolling through the map together, getting another kill. Boom. Doesn't have mana for shield crash, so we'll be going down.
Messy fight here, but...
Yeah.
Overall, I think they're reasonably happy about that on both sides. Maybe Navi is slightly.
I think MOUZ is happy because they feel like their drafts beginning to click, right? The fact that everything felt disjointed, you know, any player in the game can feel how uncomfortable I think the last 5 or 6 minutes have been for MOUZ. So to have that feeling of the Broods turning it around, the Chens activating the team, you're running together, like I think that alone can inspire MOUZ to try and find more, to try and do more. And of course, Navi, they just need to be careful, right? They've had a good couple pickoffs, but one bad arena, you know, one mispositioning from Gyrocopter, they still can die, right? It's not as if they're in some insane lead. They've just been doing like incredible outplays, like Gyrocopter dodging the rolling thunder, Invoker hitting some clutch sunstrikes. It's been outplayed to help Navi in a very difficult early game. Arena is back up. PMA. He is hunting. He does see Broodmother. Mid one spending a lot of time right-clicking these creeps and...
Yep, here come the kisses. No Chen available this time around. Hand of God still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Yules maybe buys him enough time. No, never mind. Science is there. Takes him out. A lot of deaths on this Brood now. Death number 3. In a game where he really was dominating. He'll get a return kill onto Reddy's at least for it, so Boom can get a bit of money himself.
Mid one's... he's just playing like too aggressive. Like I like the aggression he has, but he's not doing it in a safe way. As spear back into arena, not into Scatterblast, sorry, not arena, what am I saying? But no, like with mid one, right? He died mid because he was right-clicking a creep wave underneath a tier 2, not respecting the MOUZ. Then he dies mid again behind the tier 1 tower when that position because he's right-clicking. He has like 10 spiders out. He could just allow the spiders to hit without him right-clicking. So he is very, very greedy in nature.
Yeah.
And
I just think it's like weird how predictable he's being as well. He's always where you won't expect him to be, you know. He's always where this Mars is ready for him.
The counter argument to that is if Navi don't punish him, he's going to be the highest net worth hero in the game and 1v9ing. And if you do kill him, Crystalis or someone else probably will take the resources available because he's tanked a lot more spells. I think the middle ground here is he probably could have 1 or 2 less deaths and still apply the same pressure because the deaths weren't needed, right? But luckily for him and the way that MOUZ are playing, it doesn't really feel like it's too damning as of yet. It's just that once he gets pipe, they got to go back together. They need to ensure he's not getting picked off now. I think any more deaths, and this is where it gets difficult. Like most of Mars's economy feels like it's just from mid one.
That's true. That is definitely true. If Mars becomes a problem in this game, then we know where to look. I also want to put out Zayat's gameplay this game. Just a little peek down in the bottom lane. This is where he's been existing for the past, like, maybe 4 minutes of the game. Just sitting in this jungle, Cookie with the shard, then a scatterblast here and there. Like, this is the strength of Snapfire. You really can't let this hero get away with this sort of gameplay. It's just so annoying, obnoxious, and gets her so much money as well. Look at her net worth. She's significantly further ahead than Yamich or Riddies. PMA once again looking towards mid one, wants to get some arachnid blood in his hands, but this time, once again, Navi, they are kind of being answered here as MOUZ enter the fight. Boom, bouncing around with that rolling thunder. Cookie out onto got the juice. Got to be careful here. The 21 is available, but now he's held to a tree, but the kiss is coming out. Mid one's in trouble once again. The damage going to be there from Ready to take him down. Crystal is into this fight, but he doesn't really have himself a target. Looking over toward PMA, but PMA is gonna get out as now the Cataclysm coming down onto Chrysalis's head. It's too much damage for him to handle. Niku, he's cleaning up this fight. They may have killed their gyrocopter, but NAVI, they are coming with everything they've got and forcing MOUZ out of their side of the map.
Such a big dive from MOUZ there.
Yeah, takes out the gyrocopter, but also dies himself.
Yeah, especially because this was a gyrocopter TPing in onto a piped Broodmother that had an Essence Ring with Brawny, super strong in the middle of the fight, tanking absolutely everything. Gyrocopter, what, it was like 600 gold away from his BKB, so it looked a little bit spooky, but then the layering of Navi's draft really was able to shine, right? You have the meatballs, you have the scatter blast, the natural order the entire time ticking down heroes, ensuring that the burst potential's there.
And no BKB on Sven is always going to be so painful, and yeah, he took about 2,000 damage from the Sven that fight, from the Invoker that fight. Another 1,000 damage from Zayat, so I'll run into the Tormentor here. Costs him some health, but easily gained now. Full disengagement. Navi skedaddling across the map as quickly as possible. Goodness gracious, look at this Invoker right now. Look at Niku. Bullied in lane, absolutely beaten down, removed from the laning phase by mid one, and now Helm of the Dominator, Boots of Travel, Aghanim Scepter, all ready to go. Cataclysm in the last fight, doing buckets, taking down the Sven. Yeah, it's you're gonna need more than this to take down the Invoker.
The nice thing with Niku this game is the previous game he farmed the 2 camps above the tier 2 Dire Tower, right? This time around, he farmed the 2 camps on the far right side of the map, to the right-hand side of the bottom tier 2 tower. So he basically just was like, you know what? Against Broodmother, I don't want to farm where he can maybe poke his head towards me. And with the map being so big, there's always a couple camps available. So different position, same play style. He is very, very happy as PMA smoked up with the double supports. They want to find a kill. They see Celery, but that's not the big target. They want to get more. He blinks in.
Oh, hello, everybody! Wait! Chris has actually got out of that one. Okay.
It was very close.
Yeah. Celery will be dropping, though, unsurprisingly, as Sunstrike finding Yamich. I mean, they noticed that spear land onto something here, and, well, 3-man bushwhack ain't going to make a whole world of difference here. Yamich just decides to throw out the Akon shot. Zayats claims both of those kills. Still, you're absolutely happy about that one. 2 support kills for free. Feels great.
Yes.
Chrysalis needs his BKB.
The problem, I think, for Chrysalis is his BKB timing is often, you want that to be when Gyrocopter is still looking for his BKB, right? You want to be exploding into the fight, making Gyrocopter be defensive. The fact there's like a nearly 3,000 gold difference between Gyro and Sven, by the time that Chrysalis has entered the fight, we're already looking at one fight before Gyro looks at a butterfly. Now that one fight MOUZ has to be perfect. They need to really ensure they set it up correctly, and we'll see if they are able to do that. Because their team fight is locked into kind of mid one baiting the initiation, Boom opening up with Rolling Thunder, and then Chrysalis identifying who he's trying to jump, and they very briefly saw the Gyrocopter and the Elder Titan underneath a ward, but they are walking back away, picking up the BKB. TPing in Yamich as well with the Hoodwink. They have the smoke, it's in cooldown. 1 second and off they go. This is the fight for MOUZ. If they can take it, they're thinking about Roshan, they're thinking about any objective on the map.
There's no way they bait win mid one again, right? There's no way they fall for it now.
It's kind of the only hero that can, right? Like, unless they jump from smoke, it needs to be mid one, kind of running around first, opening up the fights. They are running back into the wards. They see the double support.
Ooh, it's a big catch from the Sven. Stun onto the two of them. Riddies and Zayat's going to be taken out of the game straight off the bat. Oh, Chrysalis, you can't ask for much more than that. Both supports just completely removed from the game.
Absolutely perfect, but... Oh.
Oh.
Celery, overstaying is welcome. Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be there whilst they're taking Roshan. So, honestly, I think that's a bit of a communication error there, because they should not be leaving that. This is getting extremely awkward. But Bushwhack comes in onto PMA, locking him down. Of course, no Arena of Blood, because he already used it to kill off the Chen earlier on. So, that is the cost. Trying to get him up the hill, doesn't quite make it. Got the juice, though, still doing a lot of damage from the low ground here. Someone needs to deal with this gyro, at least force the BKB out, and that's what they'll do with the Stormhammer. BKB forced, Zayat gets blown up on the front lines. PMA still low, but managing to land the spear onto Pangolier, who tried to get him with the wrong thunder, and now he's going to get cut down, has got the juice, still continuing to hound his ground. Chrysalis coming in, he doesn't have enough, though, he won't be able to kill him. Chrysalis is dead as well. Na'Vi, they hold strong, and now they're going to be able to take down mid one as well by the looks of it. Yamich, there's nothing he can do here. Mid one's dead as well. Na'Vi, they just very slightly outmaneuver them. And that is going to win them this fight, and probably the Roshan, which they will have to go on a bit of a walk for.
I mean, an incredible fight there from Na'Vi. The fact that Niku's hitting the top tier 2 tower as Invoker, Cataclysm to set up the vision, MOUZ wraps in, throws out a spear, Gyrocopter with so much confidence, throwing out a cooldown. You know what, lads? I'm here. You want to jump me? Even if I think you might have vision here, I don't care. To do everything to delay the Roshan, because Sven, he used God Strength to kill the supports, which means he doesn't have God Strength to then do the Roshan, hence why Na'Vi play with so much confidence, right? Like, if that's not in play, sure, they're probably going to let it go. Sorry, guys, we died, but knowing God Strength's are not available, they poke, they prod, they buy time, and Chrysalis so optimistically, after the entire skirmishes ending, also still jumping in without God Strength, thinking he can try for another kill, when it's like the high ground advantage to Na'Vi. Yeah, Na'Vi just identified beautifully what spells are available, how to kind of just open up a fight, and now Butterfly is complete for Gyrocopter. I mentioned MOUZ, they had one fight before Butterfly. That fight did not work out. 10,000 gold lead to the side of Na'Vi. Vision advantage at this Roshan pit. It's moved away from the bot side of the map.
AD up on Gyro as well, just to really
I
compound
refuse to
MOUZ's
say AD.
problems.
I'm a double damage till I die, brother. No, it's AD.
Chrysalis has been seen. Stormhammer comes out. Arena of Blood's coming down. The Cataclysm crashing down. Yamich is completely taken out, as is Celery. This is not a fight. This is absolutely not a fight. This is a message which Na'Vi are saying. So Boom's coming in. I mean, they're on top of Niku here with the BKB from mid one. It's getting him low, but not low enough. Niku's still fine. He's chilling. Again, he bought himself a 4-star for things, so kind of saved his life that fight. Fair enough. Roshan's going to drop. And yeah, this is feeling like the end of the road for MOUZ. This aggressive draft of theirs, you know, this game plan, it hasn't really worked out, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the synergy happening right now between the players of MOUZ, and again, I'm not expecting to see it, right? The brand new team, but this game too, I think, is a perfect game for the lads to rewatch, because you see some of the early timings that have been presented, the natural movement towards mid, the things that you could do to break open the game. But if you're MOUZ, if you respect Arena in this game for the first 20 minutes, you can build such a lead that you feel like any move's yours. They did not respect Arena at all, and because of that, they just got picked apart, stalled out all of their early timings, and then Na'Vi could just kind of enter the game when they were ready, rather than having to find this, you know, big comeback that two evenly matched teams would have had to do, right? So yeah, a lot of room for improvement for MOUZ. Chrysalis getting picked off top, Meatball kind of tickling him.
That's how you tickle? That was very painful. He's dead. Chrysalis is gone. And yeah, with it, their hopes of this game too, also feeling like they may have gone as well. Na'Vi just getting this one on track and looking to lead us to a quick 2-0. We'll see what they can do if there's any hope left, but I mean, just look at this Gyrocopter. 22k net worth. Chrysalis, he's got 14k. It's almost double. Fantastic work from Got the Juice. And yeah, raid boss status. No one's coming near this guy. No one's got the damage. Yamich desperately trying to clear out these creeps. To quickly look back at that Roche fight where things started to get really messy, as well as the stuff you said about like God Strength and the sort of misread. There was also that weird moment where Seri dies. I believe he was trying to take this outpost here, which makes sense, right? Like if they buy it back, they want to TP to the outpost. That's the only way they can contest Roche. So I think Celery had the right idea, but it's very interesting that they weren't on the same page for that one. Maybe the call was to let Chen try and take the outpost solo, but that just feels like doesn't really work out that way. Mid one just trying to do shenanigans.
Cataclysm for vision. They found the brood.
Yeah, getting caught by the spin. A little awkward Yule's timing allows mid one to get off the BKB as Chrysalis running around. Yeah, okay, he finds the support. He's going to be able to kill off Zayat, so Chrysalis finds one. Over the backlines, Arena Blood coming down onto Celery as Boom's just going to casually roll through, but it's going to give him a painful casual roll. In fact, he is dead as it runs out, so down goes the Pangolier as well. There comes the Yules into the spear. Chrysalis fed to Got the Juice, and there's your big old GGs coming out. The caps lock GGs from Boom. They are done with this one. Navi, clean series from them. 2 Invoker games from Niku, and 2 very well executed plans from Navi.
Yeah, I mean, very, very good game 2. I think especially because I think game 1 pressure was more on kills. The game 2 pressure from MOUZ was on like the map play, the ability to kind of overwhelm you with brood summons and Chen.